All right. Welcome to the Cult of Personality podcast,
Yo,
season 2, episode 5. Per usual, I'm your host, Mikeymcchoppa, and with me today we have Basedwitch.
Basedwitch.
How's it going today?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm chilling. You?
I'm peachy. I'm chilling, just fucking trying to figure out all my technology errors before we started. But besides that, everything's great. This is my
Yeah.
first time recording virtually in about a month. The last thing I did was the in-person interview. We just spoke about that. And now I'm trying to get back on track with the internet and all this stuff, trying to market, trying to promote, trying to keep
Right.
busy and keep productive and make sure my brand is up here. And
I get that promotion straight for real.
yes, exactly. How are you? How's everything been with you?
I've been pretty good. I've been going to college these past few weeks. It's been pretty good.
How's that?
So, it's pretty dope. I just go to a community college right now, but that's just pretty dope. It's
No,
pretty,
no judgment. When I was doing college, I was going to a community college as well, and
yeah.
I stopped. But
Yeah.
and then they took $900 away from me because I stopped.
Damn.
Right? Anywho, no, yeah, that's what's up. How's that going?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the classes are pretty chill. They're not too hard. A couple essays, a couple math problems.
Yeah. And how's
Mm.
juggling? How's juggling that and like music and everything else?
It's been a little tough. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been recording recently, but I just got down to recording a couple nights ago, so it's been pretty fun with that.
Right. No, yeah. When that was the biggest thing I had trouble with because I was doing music when I was doing kind of doing music when I was doing the college shit, and
Right,
it was hard to balance that out. And then I got way more
right,
productive once I stopped, and then I started this. So the
right.
pieces fall into place. But that's what's up. That's cool, and I'm glad
Hell yeah.
you're staying focused and multitasking on that.
Right,
You're better than me because I couldn't. I was just like,
right. It's too much sometimes.
yeah. But no, yeah, I'm glad to have you on here because I've seen your name come up quite often whenever I do
Thank
like
you.
my little Instagram polls. I'm like, yo, who do you want to see next? And people are like,
Right.
base switch. So that's
Oh
what's up.
yeah.
We're glad to have you here. However,
Thank you.
usually we start off with the same question for everybody else. The first question, if you've been watching the podcast, if not, that's cool. But the first question being Basedwitch, the name, the image, the aura, the energy. How do we start? How do we get here? And kind of everything in between.
All right, word. So the name Bass Switch, actually I was recording music back in like I want to say like eighth grade, right? And it was really trash, really shitty music. And then I kind of stopped for a while. And then a couple of people hit me up and they're like, yo, I want you to join the Witch Clique, right? And like Witch Clique, we're like an underground collective type shit group. We're like a family right now, bro. But they're like join the shit. And then that's when I really started to hop back on the music. And then like it just got me here. Couple thousand plays, 7,000 plays, got a song with KLIQUE. That's just fire.
That's what's up. I'm glad you plugged in your collective off rip because you got to shout them out. And it makes me more
Bro.
aware of it because I'll branch out and start interviewing people from there even.
Hell yeah, they're all dope, bro. They all got hella great energy, bro.
Yeah. Also, congrats to having, the plays and stuff like that. Because number one, with SoundCloud's algorithm, it's fucking hard to get a decent amount
For
of
real.
plays.
For
So
real.
that's one. And two, the thing with Kerbal Lagoon is fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
How
He
did
was
that come
doing
to be?
features. He was doing features and I just hit him up. He was like, word, let's get a song together. I had to pay him a price, but it was pretty dope. That shit was the track is beautiful, bro.
That's
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'll give it a listen for sure after this. Now that you mention it, because it's gonna be like a little bug in my head, like, oh yeah, check that
Hell
out.
yeah.
But no, yeah, I have a friend. He's been on the podcast before, 2003, and he just had a song with Curb like months ago, and that shit was really dope. So I'm glad that
Hell yeah.
he's giving back to like lesser known artists and shit like that.
For real, for real. That's why I still fuck with Curb. Like he's a goat in the underground for real.
All right, exactly. But continue on with the name, the image, the aura, the energy. Let me not cut you off.
That's all good.
Give us the whole base switch criteria, the
All right,
painting.
so what I want to interpret myself to the world to be is like just like a spiritually awoken, like mystical forest god creature type shit, bro. Oh god.
Manic pixie fairy dream girl.
Real shit, bro. Real shit. So like any type of music I make and I don't like it and it doesn't have that type of energy, I discard it. But like I just love that feel. I just want people to feel like that's where they're like if they're feeling like that, that's where they belong and shit like that, you know. Just
Yeah,
listen to my music and you feel that shit.
I like that you like have a targeted image or like energy that you're aiming for in the sense of like what you're putting out.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, just chilling, man. Like I do a little witchcraft and shit like that, but you know, keep my aura good. Got this
Yeah,
little shit like that, you know. So,
that's what's up. No,
yeah.
yeah. Let me lower this a little. Whoop, there you go. What was I gonna say? And what brought that like what's the word? I don't even know how to describe it, like aesthetic across your what's the word? Holy fuck.
So
Go for it.
so pretty much as like a young child, I've been all up into like just like otherworldly shit, just feeling like I like the forest, I like nature a lot and shit like that. And
Mm-hmm.
then like I came across Young Bruh and he was like pretty much on the same shit that I liked. So then he was like a big inspiration to my music and shit like that. So I was like, yo, I could like interpret myself into my music like he was. And
Right.
so that's just how I started.
Which is dope. What's your favorite Young Breath song?
Mimi by the Pond.
All right, that's cool.
Mhm.
I'm not like I've listened to a pretty heavy depths of Young Bruh, but like I think my favorite is probably like her.
Yeah, hers fire. I like that song.
Yeah, no, that's fucking dope. And I like when people go for like that like kind of like vibe aesthetic, whatever you want to call it, of like
Right.
the very like acid induced, psychedelic induced, like
Yeah,
fucking
right.
yeah, witchcraft shit, talking about all that shit.
Definitely
That's
acid
dope.
induced. Mm-hmm.
No, and I'm glad that you even talk about that because usually the second question we talk about is like creative inspirations, which we won't rush into just yet because I feel like there's much more to cover within Basedwitch himself before we talk about
Right.
inspirations. But no, yeah, that's cool. And I'm glad that you're very precise and very open about what you're like going for in the sense of image and sound and kind of aura, as you know, as we asked in
Thank
this
you, bro.
question.
Thank you.
Does that have to do does majority of the Witch House collective also aim for that, or is it kind of just like you dolo as an individual?
Yeah, we all type of sort of aim for that. Yeah, the Witch Clique, we just yeah, we just like that. Witch Boy, he's really good. Like if you should check him out after that shit. Like Witch Boy is fire, so you'll like him.
That's what's up. When it and before we leave the topic of fucking the collective, is it
Hmm.
all vocalists, musicians, or do we have producers in there? Do you
We got a couple
produce?
producers in there. Like they're really good and they're like one producer's like 15.
Oh
And then we
shit.
got another producer, Ting Ghost. He's locked up right now,
Oh,
but he'll be out soon.
all right. Well, free him.
Free him for real.
What was I gonna say? No, because I know when it comes to that style, that aesthetic, that whole thing of music, it's very. I feel like the beats are very complex and
Right.
like I don't even know what's the word, like ooh, whimsical, you know?
Right.
So that's why I was
They just like
curious. I was like,
windy feeling, magical feeling, right?
right. No, yeah, so when it comes to people in that genre or whatever producing that shit, I was like, just quick and curious. But moving on forward, we do ask second question, which is like musical inspirations, artists that have gotten you here, or even like experiences in early life that have brought you to music and was like, yo, I want to be a musician because of X, Y, and Z, you know?
Right. All right. So like shit that really wanted to make me bring me to a musician, because like when I was in like sixth grade, I always wanted to be a writer and shit. But like my stories were just like too like just weird and shit like that. So I was like, I started listening to music more. And then like X came around. I listened to like all his sad and songs like Skin and Teeth and shit like that. And then I started listening to his more hype songs. And that shit was fire. And that's what got me to make my first couple of songs. They're like sort of like X songs. I deleted those, but because they were
We
trash. But
we all started off somewhere.
right, right. And then yeah, and then Lil Peep, and then like a lot of Goth Boy Clique, and then Young Bruh, and then Black Cray, and then yeah, Curb the Goop, all of them.
I'm glad you say Black Cray because I feel like not enough people give Black Cray his
Bro,
flowers
Black Cray deserves all the credit, bro.
for his fucking cloud rap like influence and shit
Exactly.
like that. Another person I feel like should be mentioned is like Little B, but that's like beyond
Lil
the
B, exactly, the bass god, bro.
literally. I don't know. I like that whole like that like when it comes to that thing of cloud rap because I feel like people hear cloud rap and they think Young Lean immediately,
Right,
but I feel like Black Cray, Lil B, fucking even
definitely.
even Tracy when he was Young Brown shit like that is like
That's that true
let's
cloud right
emphasize on that because I feel like that needs more light. But that's fucking dope.
there. Right.
When I started off, because I used to do the music, but now I'm heavily more on the podcasting shit. I kind of like this a lot more. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway,
Hell yeah.
when I was starting music, I was just trying to be Little Peep to like the biggest degree ever possible because I just was like so enwrapped in that whole thing. So
Right, same,
that's why I
same.
say we all start off somewhere, you know, and then you fucking
Right.
delete it and we're like, and then you find your own shit and then you move on, you know?
Right, right.
But continue on about inspirations and how that inspired you.
Yeah, but that inspired me, and then I started listening to my old songs, and I was like, nah, I need to be like more myself. So then I started like just keep replaying my songs. Each song I made, like I started leveling myself up and just sounding better, to be honest.
That's fucking
So
that's dope.
yeah,
I'm glad you take that and like you what's the word? You see it from a third person in the sense of like you know, mountain of progress
right.
because at least like that's what I also did, but fucking trying to make progress with each song or whatever, each single like and very much looking at because a lot of people what they do I feel like is erase their old work like you know they make a song and then it ages and they delete it and they kind of don't look back but I feel like it's good to look back at what
It's
you
good to look back to like just see how much you've improved and shit like that.
right and to keep track to make sure you're still improving and going up rather than
Exactly.
staying like at a plateau you know
Exactly.
no yeah so that's good I'm glad you emphasize on that because there's definitely people who can learn from that when it comes to creating
Right.
and in anything outside of music as well
Right.
no yeah what was I going to say no yeah but inspiration that's cool so what was I gonna say so when did you start exactly you started eighth grade you said
Yeah, eighth grade. I really started making music because I was bored. I got expelled from school in eighth grade. And then
how'd that happen not to
so
be invasive
so I brought edibles to school, right? And then a couple kids saw me like giving bites to my homies and shit. And the day that happened, there was like a vape search and they searched everyone's bags. And I guess someone got like scared and they saw me handing like the edibles out and they snitched on me. And then my next class, they pulled me out of class and they're like, yeah, you're expelled, bro. We're checking
yo
his edibles. They took him to the police station and shit. I was like, bro, fuck.
that's fucking terrible bro
For real. For real.
fuck a snitch fuck a rat
Fuck a rat. Fuck a rat, for real.
so you got expelled and from there what did you just have like a lot of free time on your hands
Yeah, I had a lot of free time. I was supposed to be doing online school for that year, but I wasn't really like doing that. I was just cheating on everything. So then like in my free time, I would just be making like hella music and stuff like that. And then the next year I went to high school actually. And then that's when I started making more music and I started making music with my homie. But after that year, like, yeah, I just became like hella into drugs and I like just fucked my mind, bro.
shit fuck it
Makes the music better though.
exactly
So
what was I gonna say and when you started off did you start off as Basedwitch or did you have like a whole different name
when my name was my original name, it was a Tavian 1K. So
all right it was a
it,
start
it was yeah.
it was a start
I
no
thought
yes
bass was definitely better.
so what number one when did the name change happen and number two when did what brought you to change your name into Base Switch
All right, so the name change happened. It was like last year, like a month after I joined the Wish Clique. They're like, yo, Bass Wish, because I had a song called Bass Wish that I dropped in like when I was like 15. And they're like, yo, this is a fire name. You should change your name to that. And I was like, all right, bet. So that's what changed me.
so you were Tavian 1K until last year
Yeah,
all right so you held that name
pretty long.
pretty long did you build like a somewhat of a fan base off of Tavian 1K like in that name
A little bit. Like the first couple of songs I dropped, they just went famous at like my high school. So they got like 2,000 plays amongst the students and shit like that. So, but then
How-
like as soon as I turned to bass switch, that's when I got my audience for real.
like from the internet and shit like that
Right. Yeah.
That's cool though, because you know what? When I was making music, especially in high school, no, I never really made anybody aware of it. So like, what was the reception or opinion from like your peers at school who listen to your music?
Um, they liked it. They actually liked it. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like the music I make now. It was like one of them, just a classic rap song type shit. So yeah, they liked it, and then yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna ask because where are you from exactly?
So I'm a military brat. I was moved everywhere. So, but like, I want to call my real place like my home is Arizona because I've been there for like 12 years out of my life.
Right.
But but yeah, so Arizona, I've been to Missouri, Massachusetts, Washington, and then now I'm in Virginia.
Nice. You know what? You're not the first. Our interview 2 episodes ago, Matt the Outlaw, he was talking about how he was also like a military brat, quote unquote,
Hell
and he
yeah.
went around to fucking Italy and New York and
Wow, that's
shit
dope.
like that. I was
Like,
like,
it's
all
it's
right.
looking fun being a military kid because you get to experience like all the world. Like you travel around a lot, so it's pretty dope.
No,
Like
yeah,
as long as you're not like having issues making friends and shit, then it's pretty fun.
no, yeah. That's fucking dope. I'm glad that we're having more people like that on the podcast, not only for the sake of like, oh, representation for people who are also in the same situation, but also like that's fucking dope to be to so many places,
Right,
meet so many people. It's like, it's what this podcast is all about.
right.
It's about people. It's about different places, variety. So,
Exactly, exactly.
but originally I asked because I wanted to get an idea of like where, because at least I know like where I went to school. I went to high school in upstate New York, which is completely different from New York City. Everyone thinks of New York and they think of New York City. It's great.
Right,
I love New York City.
right,
Upstate New York is not the same ball game. It's like going back down to the south. It's like
right.
so at least like kids there were very judgmental. And so like
Yeah,
that's why I never
yeah.
felt the confidence to share my music with them because they'd be like, oh, what is this emo shit?
Yeah, right. Like back at my like where I went to high school for senior year, they were very judgmental there. So like I didn't really share my music with everyone there, but like somehow after I moved, they found my music and then like they're like, oh, okay, this is actually pretty good. And I was like, oh, all right,
Did
where? I was
you
like,
did
okay.
you move throughout high school?
Yeah, I moved. Okay, so I went to high school from freshman year to midway junior year in Arizona. And then
Okay.
I moved from there to Massachusetts and I finished my junior year at another school. And then we moved again, but to another house in Massachusetts. And I finished my school at like another high school.
All right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was fucking Arizona's cool. I have a couple people that I know in Arizona and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's what's up. I always want to go to like Arizona or Nevada or like some shit. What was I gonna say? How are you liking Massachusetts? Is that where you are now?
No, I'm in Virginia right now.
Virginia. How's that?
Virginia, it's pretty cool. Like the only cool place around here is like Richmond, Virginia, and that's where Black Crave was born. So if you never knew that, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's funny that you also there because I'm pretty sure isn't Tracy from Virginia?
Yeah, he's from Virginia too.
All right. So you got some cool fucking cloud rap origins and where you're at. That's a good environment to
Exactly.
be at for your style.
Exactly.
How the pieces fall into place. No, yeah, but that's cool. I'm glad that peers were accepting of your music though, because I feel like that helps you
Yeah, that really
thrive.
helped my self-esteem for real.
Right.
For
'Cause
real.
sometimes people are like outcasts or whatever, tomatoes, tomatoes, and people are like, ah,
Exactly.
fuck this. I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Exactly.
No, yeah. So to be honest, all right, I used to very go do extensive research into my guests, and what
Mhm.
it would cause me to do was just ask about each song and each discography and shit like that. And it became very repetitive and very boring. So now I hop into this shit with very little research, besides like maybe like scrolling your Instagram and shit like that,
Mhm.
just to learn about you while also the audience is learning about you.
Right, I like that. That's pretty dope.
Right? It makes sense. I'm in the perspective of the viewer.
Exactly.
So when it comes to discography and shit like that, I'm very lost. But I want to know about projects, albums, or ideas, anything you're planning on in the sense of projects or songs or singles or anything extravagant that you got in
Word.
coming up.
So I am planning two EPs. I'm planning one project and one EP. So one EP is a collab EP with my a fellow friend in the Witch Clique, Valley Grim, and that's gonna be dropping in like next couple of weeks. It's pretty soon. But the album I'm planning on dropping is gonna be like, I'm gonna say dropping around Halloween.
All right.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah.
Shout out to that. I fucking love Halloween. It's a great time to
Oh,
drop
bro,
music.
hell yeah! And I was actually talking to my homies from Arizona that we're planning on going to Amsterdam during Halloween. So that's gonna be fucking heat.
That's what's up. I fucking number one, Halloween's my favorite holiday. So
Mhm.
favorite time of year too, October,
For
September.
real, it's like the best time.
Yeah. Waiting for the weather to get cooler so I could like wear all my good clothing.
Definitely, like that's what I've been saying, bro. For real.
No, yeah, but that's dope. And I'm glad that you even haven't planned out because a lot of people, at least that I know, like just do like singles and shit like that. Ask them like, oh, are you doing an EP or album? They're like, nah, I don't know, maybe. You're like, nah, I got this shit.
Nah,
I got this
exactly.
shit. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Um, Along with that as well, do you have any like music videos or plan on doing music videos?
So I actually recorded 2 music videos, but okay, so here's the situation about the first music video. So I recorded it, and then the friend I recorded it with is like a rapist and shit like that, and he got his computer taken away, so he couldn't send me the clip, the whole video that he sent. So that shit's just gone. And
What a fucking plot twist.
I know, I was like, yo, I was chilling with this dude for like 6 months, and then I found out that shit. I was like, what the fuck? Because he's a
Like,
rapper too. And I was like, what the fuck,
we
bro?
cannot fuck with y'all. Get out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's terrible. And the fact that he had your footage is fucking even worse.
It's
So what
worse, bro.
like the police took that shit? They took his shit?
Nah, so like it was his school computer that he edited on. And then like
Okay.
the next day they took his computer and just never gave it back.
Wow. Well, RIP to that. And that was like your first
Yeah.
music video that you had tried recording?
Yeah. And then after that, I kind of recorded like a shitty phone music video and I put that shit on YouTube with Valley Grim. And that shit was actually pretty dope. Like we edited the fuck out of it, so it didn't look bad. So
Yeah, if you work with what you have, fucking you can use the iPhone. If you edit it well enough, that shit is
right,
dope. Yeah.
right,
No, that's cool. I always appreciate the cinematography like side of music, like putting a picture or a
definitely,
video with the
definitely,
sound and capturing that. Um,
yeah.
how many music videos do you have out?
I only have one out right now, but I'm planning on doing a bunch more soon.
Yeah, that
So
would be
yeah,
fucking dope. Um, Shit, what was I gonna say? Literally, oh, also, I don't know if you're aware, this is all completely freehand. So if I'm here stumbling, stuttering,
it's all good.
pausing, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm taking this shit.
Real.
But no, yeah, that's fucking dope. And I'll make sure that your YouTube or wherever the fuck you have anything posted is in the link below as well, so
Word, thank you, bro.
people could check that out. Um, but what was I going to say? Ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, I know. Let's talk acid. No, I'm kidding. In all respect,
I could talk for hours about acid, bro, and like just hella
exactly.
shit.
I was like, figure let's open it up and talk in that respect because I know that with the whole cloud rap sound, the whole whimsical kind of sound comes a lot of psychedelic usage and
Real.
stuff like that. How do you get introduced into that aspect of things?
So pretty much all my life, like since like I want to say I was like 12 years old, I've been researching about like psychedelics and shit like that. So then the chance actually took upon me when I was in like I want to say like 10th grade that I could try psychedelics for the first time.
Mhm.
And I did that shit. It was really dope. So I had a nice experience. It was like I did like 4 tabs of acid. It was
Your
really
first
nice.
time?
Yeah, I was with a couple homies though, so we were
All
all
right.
chilling.
Yeah.
And then I started looking into more drugs that are like that, and then I found DXM, which that shit really took over my fucking sophomore year, bro.
What is that? Like DMT type shit?
No, it's like a cough syrup and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And then like I did that hella, and that's really what influenced my earlier songs for like music and shit like that. Cause like I was just going through like I did not know where my mind was at the time when I was doing all that shit. So
Right.
then after that, I started doing more like known psychedelics like acid and shrooms and shit like that. So I really like that shit. I fuck with that shit. It really opens up your mind.
Yeah. So I've heard number one, if there's anybody who I know who's heavy on psychedelics and talking about it and then talking about the spirituality that comes with it.
You
I've interviewed artists. He went by Kids with Drugs, but now he goes by Indigo. And he's been on 2 episodes. He was on the last one, and I interviewed him like early on in the podcast. So check him out because that's always a great
Word.
fucking conversation with him. He's
Bet.
like, he'll be like, "Oh, psychedelics," and fucking go on a whole
Bet.
spiel.
You talk to him, bro.
But no, yeah, and since 12 years old, I feel like it's fairly young, like
Yeah.
research about fucking psychedelics. But I'm not judging. I'm not blaming you at all because I wasn't too far after. Like I've never, and that's funny because I've never done psychedelics, but I've done my research on them just for the sake of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And no, yeah, it's cool that people are becoming more open to it, and it's not so taboo anymore, especially in the creative world. Because hello, in the sense of ego
Exactly.
death and opening up your mind and really trying to
Exactly.
get a different perspective on things, it's really beneficial to music and art in itself.
Right. Like, have you heard of salvia?
I have.
Okay, yeah. So I smoked salvia one time, and that shit, like, I could create so many songs about that shit. I feel like that's really like a song, like just write it in its because like the experience is like in itself, you could just describe it in so many words, but you also can't. So it's kind of hard trying to incorporate that into your song. So I
Yeah.
really fuck with that psychedelic though. It's really nice.
No, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you're so open about it too. Some people be like, "Yo, Michael, you're the fucking Fed. Stop asking me about this shit." Like, I'm not on my Vlad TV shit. I'm just merely
All right.
curious. But
Right.
speaking of which, do you have any fucking like crazy wild stories while on a trip or some shit like that?
Um, Not really. No, not really.
No, all right, that's good.
Just one time, like it's not wild, but like it was just like a brilliant masterpiece idea. So me and my homie were tripping on two tabs one time, and we wanted to smoke because we were like, yo, we should smoke some weed right now, right? So we didn't have nothing to smoke out of. So we went to the fridge, got like a broccoli, cut that shit up, and made like a beautiful ass pipe out of that shit. It was
Out of
so
out of broccoli,
yeah, like it was
that's
a big broccoli, bro.
that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking these motherfuckers were like, we're opening our minds and we're gonna
Right,
use broccoli
right.
as a fucking pipe.
Yeah, it's
I
so
mean, I've
good.
seen people use apples when I was in high school, so fucking, you're not too far away.
The OG apple pie, yes, sir.
Yeah, fucking. The other day, I didn't have a lighter. I had like a lighter, but it could only like ignite like a little fucking like speck. It couldn't
Mm,
really like light anything. And I fucking put hand sanitizer in a cooking pot
yo,
and flamed that up and used it as a lighter.
that's fire.
I had to smoke gum paper one time because I had no roll ups.
Me too, bro. I've been there before. Yeah,
Yeah, so I feel you. That's funny. That's cool. That's good. I just want to open up that conversation because I was like, he's definitely, let's be real here. It's like,
yeah,
all right, let's talk about it.
yeah.
Let's make conversation, right?
That's just dope, man.
No, yeah, and the fact that it's I feel like it goes hand in hand with the sound of the whole fucking cloud rap and
Definitely, definitely,
get to know a motive, a driving factor behind Basedwitch and his music.
definitely.
Moving on, I want to go back to collective talk. How did you join? Was it which click?
Yeah, which click?
How did that come about?
So apparently they found me on like SoundCloud or something, and it was at the time it was just Valley Grim and Cannabis Stan. They're like the founders of this shit. So they hit me up. They're like, yo, your music is dope. You should join our collective. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll join. And then I got to know them. They were pretty dope, and they started inviting more people, and like that shit just grew as a family, and like that shit was so dope. And like all of them, they're just really nice people. They're really good, and they make great music. It
No,
really
yeah,
captures our scene that we're trying to put out there.
that's what's up. How number one? How many people are in the collective right now?
I say there's about 8 or 9 or 10 people.
It's a good number.
Yeah,
Whenever I've tried joining a collective, that shit's always asked, but that's always because people are not productive or on the same like
exactly,
wavelength, and people get
exactly.
lazy, and then it brings everyone down as a group. So, with that
Mhm.
being said, do you feel that which clique is a fairly productive collective?
Oh, definitely, definitely. We're going somewhere. Definitely. That shit's gonna make plays, bro.
No, yeah, And I support it. I like the idea of collectives and group efforts because the other day I was watching an interview and this guy was like, "Oh, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together."
Exactly.
So I really do like the whole group effort because honestly, without community, without collective, without anything of the sort, how far can you
Hmm.
really go? And who can you really trust if you haven't came up with other people, you know?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
let's say you are alone and you do blow up and then you can't trust nobody because everyone's gonna be a dick rider. You're not gonna know who's
Right.
no day ones.
No day ones, bro.
Right. Speaking of which click, do you have any like what's the word? Like what's the word? Particular collabs, peculiar, no, not peculiar, particular collaborations with any of the members, any fucking frequent collaborations with any of the members, anyone to shout out, put on the map.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shout out like everyone. So we got Valley Grim, Cannabis Sam, Arius. Arius is like very like spiritual awoke. So if you like that shit, you'll definitely listen to him. Thrax Baby. We got Purple Demon, and then we got Vil and Tingos.
All right. And I'm assuming everyone's like located kind of across the country, across the world type shit.
Real shit. Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, hold up. I didn't mention which boy. Did I mention him? Which boy? Which boy?
Which boy?
Sorry. Which boy?
And you've collabed with everybody, I'm assuming, in the
Yeah.
group. All
Yeah.
right, that's good. That's dope. Because you know what? When I was ever in a collective, I didn't collaborate with every single member of my own collective. So it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's good on your part. But no, yeah, the only reason I asked too is because when it comes to that, I'm always looking for people to interview.
Right.
So when it comes to people in collectives, I'm like, tell me everything because I could always interview your man's next or interview the group as a whole, depending on what's going on.
Definitely.
Shit like that. So that's cool as fuck.
We are like, so the Wish Click is like spread up across the world. So me and Thrax Baby are in Virginia, and then Valley Grim and Cannabis Sam are in New York and Rochester. And then Arius is in Texas, and so is Tingos. And then Vil is in Ohio, I think. And then Purple Demon is in like Amsterdam. And then Witch Boy is from like Belgium.
Oh shit, you guys are
Yeah, it's dope.
international.
For real.
That's what's up. Shout out to the two in New York. Rochester's kind of deep though.
Hell
Rochester,
yeah.
Rochester's like upstate.
Yeah.
If they're ever interested, I do when I do in person podcast shit. Maybe I might
All right,
mention
word.
it.
I'll hit him up. I'll let him know.
But no, yeah, that's fucking dope. I'm glad that you discussed that because what's the word? Fuck. Sometimes I don't even know when people are in like a collective and shit like that or in a group or whatever. You know, some people
Right.
keep it very low key and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm part of a collective," and I'm like, "Whoa, explain that. Talk about it.
Right.
Who? What? Where? When? Why?"
Right. Like my collective is like part of me. So like anywhere I'm going, they're going too. So
Right. Moving away from music and away from the whole scene, I like to talk about people's. We talk about image in the first question, but I do like to talk about people's appearance when it comes to clothing. I'm a very big like clothes guy, not necessarily like a big designer guy,
hell
but
yeah.
I like to thrift. I like to wear what I like to wear. I'm wearing cowboy jackets and fucking weird shit. That's my whole like thing. What inspires the Basedwitch look? The whole from clothes to piercings to fucking socks, you know, like
So I have like two nose piercings right now. Eventually I want to get, like Pain, the anime character
yeah,
from
we're
Naruto. I want to get all his piercings. That shit would be so clean. But my outfits, I really like wearing black, and then like I just like wearing shit that makes me look like a shinobi, really.
yeah.
Like for real, that's just dope, really.
And it's funny because
Stylish.
I never been a big anime guy, especially like Naruto and stuff like that. But like I know
Mhm.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's dope. Continue on.
And then like, yeah, I just like wearing just dark clothes, band tees and shit like that. I got I always style it with this and shit. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the hat.
Thank you. My friend made this in high school. That shit was
That
pretty dope.
it reminds me of Chowder.
Yeah, that's what they referenced it on.
Yeah, I fucking love Chowder. The
Yeah,
other
China
night
is a dope ass fucking show.
that was probably like my favorite. That and Flapjack.
Flapjack is fucking fire.
No, yeah. But when did you get your first piercing? Speaking of piercings.
I got my first piercing in ninth grade.
And that was which one?
That was it was this one. This one.
Did you go
And
to a
then,
shop?
yeah, I went to a shop. It was in like the mall.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
When you get to set them?
I got this last year on my 17th birthday.
All right, that's what's
Mhm.
up. What about ears? Your ears pierced?
I had this one pierced in like third grade, but I haven't like used it since. So
All right, all right.
yeah.
I do like to talk about it because fucking when was it? A couple episodes a couple episodes ago we had Destroy, and
Destroy. You my homie, bro.
he's pierced up, and I was like, this is something cool to talk about with people who have piercings on the podcast.
Destroy's piercing are so fire, bro. Like
And then when you find out he did them himself, I was like, that's
it's
fucking
crazy.
fire.
It's crazy.
Fucking no, yeah, dope as fuck. So yeah, no, it's definitely a cool conversation to have. I have my fucking ears stretched very little so far. I have the nose ring. I have the septum is tucked up. So I find piercings fun. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, with body modification, do you have any tattoos?
No, but I mean, I have like a couple hand ones that are like stick and pokes, not like real professional done tattoos, but I have a tattoo machine in my room, so I just be tatting on my legs and shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you got? What do you got there? You got like any big like stick? I count stick and pokes and homemade tattoos. I have a Mickey Mouse on my thigh.
yeah. I got like a pentagram on my leg, and I got like a cross there, and then like just a triangle.
All
Like, I
right.
just started doing that shit, so it's pretty cool.
It's fun. I fucking
It's a hobby. It's really nice.
yeah. I
Yeah,
fucking you could pick it up even. I don't know, like
for real.
tattooing and shit like that. So that's dope. No, yeah, I like to talk about that too because again, when it comes to things, I'm a tattoo guy as well. I have my little
Tattoos
shit.
are fire. Hell yeah.
So no, yeah, fucking dope. Speaking of music, going back towards music, going away from fashion and stuff like that. What was I going to ask? It's literally just me like rumbling around. But what was I gonna say? What was I going to say? This is it. I'm at a standstill. I'm at a pause. I've hit a plateau. I've
It's all
hit
good.
I've hit a dead end. In my first time in my podcast journalism career. No, yeah, in all honesty, what was I gonna say? Yo, I've hit a pause. Holy shit. I've hit a brain fart.
Roadblock.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. At a roadblock. Sorry for the viewers listening. Like, what the fuck, Michael? I've hit a roadblock. Um, most popular song.
My most popular song it's got like 7,500 plays. It's got me and Witch Boy on it. It's called Life is a Dream.
That's what's up. That's lit.
Yeah.
How'd that come to be?
So I just made like this sick open. It was a 10 Ghost beat and from the collective. And then I had sent him this open and he was like, yo, I'm gonna switch this up real quick. He slowed the beat real quick because he couldn't, it was like a little fast for him, so he couldn't like hop on it. He slowed that shit and then like he sent it back to me and that shit was like perfectly beautifully done. So then I posted that shit and that shit was an instant hit because it was like the first 10 Ghost beat used in like a song.
Right.
So then like 10 Ghost, his homies from Texas, listened to that shit a lot. So then they started promoting that shit. And so I guess it got a lot of fame and shit. So yeah.
No, yeah, that's what's up. Going off of that, do you use like because I don't know, at least when I made music, I used the fucking YouTube beats, but do you only use like your beats from people in your collective, like your producers and shit?
Recently I've been using just beats for my collective, but before I used to use a lot of YouTube beats. But like I feel like YouTube beats are like I gotta move away from those because sometimes they're all trash.
They really, yeah, no, fucking. There'd be times where I spend like a whole day. Put this back.
Hmm.
There we go. A whole fucking day, just looking for beats and just sit here like defeat at the end of the day. Like I found shit, nothing.
Exactly. Like that's why I'm trying to start making my own beats. Like I got FL Studio and shit like that, but I just it's a little too hard for me right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
producing was always difficult for me. I tried once on Logic, it didn't work. I was like, all right, never again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how is that? Have you produced any full beats, or how's that going? Like starting that out?
So on BandLab on my phone, I just started like fucking with the loops and shit. So I put out a few beats like that, and they're just really like mid beats, but like I want to make like a beat myself. Like I want that shit to be perfect. So
No, yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna understand your vision better than you. So when it comes to like
exactly,
your sound and your beats and shit like that, self-producing, I feel like is something that's very admirable, and
definitely,
it would, it fully rounds the bass witch sound if you were to. So
definitely.
that's something to continue working on. And fucking, I don't know. Everyone works at their own pace. I've met people who fucking produce and they still suck after years, and people who produce and they got good in like a month.
Right, right.
So that's what's up. And the cool thing about that, do you plan on like, if you were to get better and improve on your producing and shit like that, do you plan on being like kind of doing it on the side for yourself, or would you like put out beats and sell them and shit like that?
I would definitely, I would put out beats and sell them and shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah, capitalize
but
on them.
mainly I would do it for myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The cool thing about that, at least as a producer, is I feel like it's easy to network because everyone needs beats.
definitely, definitely.
And if you're good enough and if you stand out enough and you market yourself well enough, like people are gonna be like, yo, you're like a plug. But
Exactly,
instead of
exactly.
anything, it's fucking beats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. No, that's cool. And that's something to work on. I've wanted to learn how to produce or DJ or fucking anything of the sort. And I'm ass. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
ass.
So it really takes time for real.
No, yeah. Fucking, it does take time. Oh shit. MacBook is dying. Plug that shit up. We're charged up again.
Real.
Real. No, yeah. What was I gonna say? Again, hitting roadblock after roadblock. It's like running in circles.
Right.
Please trust me. If you watch the other interviews, I'm not this bad. Usually, I'm pretty good.
It's all right.
But what was I gonna say? How many followers do you have, or like on SoundCloud, or you have stuff on Spotify too? What's your biggest platform and stuff like that?
Um, I got a couple songs out on Spotify. My biggest platform is SoundCloud, and I got like 267 followers on there.
All right.
But on Spotify, I've been getting quite a decent amount of plays, really. Like my song with Curb Lagoop, I accidentally uploaded two songs on there, and I don't know how to take the other one off, but they got like 3,000 plays on Spotify. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know people were listening on Spotify as well, so it's
Yeah,
pretty lit.
no. The cool thing about Spotify, especially when you do collaborations and stuff like that, is anyone who's following that person,
It'll show up.
your song will show up. So
Hell
you
yeah.
get good plays off of whomever. And it's
Mm-hmm.
good for you, for people to discover
Mm-hmm.
you. Moving away from that, 267 is dope
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
for SoundCloud. And that's over the span of, when did you start gaining like traction and stuff like that? Like, was it like eighth grade, or did it take like a slow, gradual while?
It definitely took a while. Like I didn't have like up until like what 50 followers until last year. Like right when I joined WitchClique, we just started growing like huge.
Yeah, if you want to go fast, if you want to go far, go together. So that's dope. Okay,
Exactly.
that's cool. That's beneficial. Um, I had a question pop up in my head, which is the fact that, so now you're doing this like cloud rap, acid rap sound, right?
Hmm.
Do you plan ever changing that style, or open to ever changing that style as you progress as an artist to maybe something else?
More definitely, definitely. I want to just capture whatever feeling I'm feeling in the moment. Like if
Right.
I'm feeling like rapping like a hard rock song or some shit, like I do want to make rock music. I want to learn the guitar and shit like that. I want to put out like full rock songs. That should be hard. But like if I'm feeling like just hard rapping, I'll do that. And then like if I'm feeling like my normal mystical self, I'll just do that shit. So yeah.
And I'm glad you talked about emotion, because I'm even a little curious now with your current sound and your current style. What emotions are necessarily or encaptured within that sound? Like, are like, because I feel like cloud rap can be, you can capture different array of emotions within the sounds.
Definitely, definitely.
Recently and overall in your discography, what would you say emotions you've been capturing?
I've definitely been capturing like I want to say like a hype feeling, but also that hype feeling where you feel dead inside, like you don't feel nothing at all, but just to go.
Yeah.
So it's something like that. And the past few songs I've been recording are like low key, like sad love songs, but also at the same time hype. And that's what I just feel like makes my music. Like it's got to be like sad, but also hype at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it more so like sad lyrics with a hype sound or like hype lyrics with a sad sound?
It's both, really. It's really both.
Which is cool because honestly, like I feel like with the whole cloud acid rap sound, it's very like calm and mellow. So like when you enter things like when you say like hype, I was like, oh shit, like that's peculiar because I feel like in itself it's kind of defaultly calm,
Right.
not hype.
And definitely, like, I want to say another thing, like in my lyrics, you can definitely tell, like, whenever I talk about slicing up with like a katana, I always talk about that shit in my lyrics, but like it's definitely like a bloodlust type feel too. So yeah.
Is there any imagery or artistic perspective in your lyrics that come from things besides like because some people go off real life, some people go
Mhm,
off movies, some people go off video games, TV
mhm.
shows, fucking books. When it comes to your writing process and what you capture in your songs, is there any inspiration outside of real life or even real life inspiration that we haven't touched on?
So some songs definitely do have some real life inspiration, but mostly I want to say it's towards like anime and shit like that. I've always loved anime, and like ever since I really got into like the sword battling shit like that, I've been fascinated with that shit. So I always incorporate like sword lyrics into my songs. So it's pretty cool.
No, yeah, that's dope. Which is it's cool that you even open that door because I want to know like what's your favorite anime when you start watching anime, shit like that.
So I first started with Naruto, and that's always kind of stuck with me, just cause like the vibes it gives off, like the music and shit like that. It just makes it feel, it's pretty good. But my favorite anime right now is definitely got to be One Piece.
All
That's just
right.
really long, but it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it.
And that's what I hear. I hear it's super long, and my friends be like, "Yo, watch One Piece," and I'm like, "Fuck no."
Nah, yeah. I was bored one summer. I was like, you know what, fuck, I ain't got nothing to do. So I just binged that shit the whole summer.
No, yeah. The last thing I see of One Piece is like the meme where they're like, "The One Piece is real," and then
Oh nah, it's just,
the
that
whole
meme is horrible.
the fucking Kanye shit and whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool, and I'm glad that was a question I never even asked before. I never even thought of asking, and I am a very heavy admirer of all the arts,
Mhm,
videography, photography,
mhm.
music, literature, all that shit. So to take aspects and shit like that from movies or shows or whatever and implement it into your music is dope. And now it's something I want to ask like everybody I've interviewed.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I know it's because you're like, oh yeah, katanas and shit like that. I'm like, I don't want to ask if he really has a katana in real life. I'm like, let's ask like where that inspiration come from and shit like that.
Nah, but like I got like replicas of katanas. I got like this shit.
Where is
It,
that from? Is that Berserk?
nah, this is from Naruto. It's the fuck, I forgot his name, but it was like the one of the first villains in there. He had this sword. It's called the Executioner's Blade. That shit's fire.
That shit looks dope. Is it? What's it made of? Like, I'm assuming it's not like a real blade, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's foam, but I do hold up, let me grab.
We're getting a replica blade tour.
It's a real blade.
Oh
I got
shit.
kunais and shit like that.
That's
Like,
that's what's up. Where's mine?
hell yeah.
I just have little regular like switchblades and hunting like knives and shit like that.
I love
This
switchblade. I love all types of blades. Like,
these are my two now. I have this one.
hell yeah, that's just hard.
Yeah, I got that shit. It was funny. I got that shit in a mall by accident. And then I got this shit.
Oh wow, bruh.
And this shit is not a
That's a
game. Hold on.
stiletto. Oh, I was about to say, yo,
Yeah, this shit is not a game. This shit is sharp.
that shit
So
is sharp. Ooh.
no, yeah, those are my two. I would get like a whole thing of swords if I had the funds for it right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Just to
really
have them.
expensive.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's dope. Fucking, I remember like my heavy switchblade thing came from like literally listening to, like Gospel Click and shit. They'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm in the club with
exactly,
a
exactly.
switchblade. I'm like, I need one.
Yo.
No, yeah, no, that's cool. Moving towards the ending of things, sorta, because I don't want to run to any roadblocks and take roadblocks, yeah, and take up
Robot.
your time and just waste it. But moving towards the end, what I do like to ask towards the end is kind of as a wrap up question is what do you got going on in the future in the sense of tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next decade, next century, millennium,
Next year, definitely. I
within it
want
and outside
to.
of music?
All right, word. So I want to definitely meet up with the Wish Click members because I feel like once we meet up, it's gone from there. Like, because we all have like this energy. We FaceTime like almost all the time, and like I can just tell like these are the genuine motherfuckers that will be there until like the end. So I
Right.
feel like when that happens, I'm just gonna go ham in this music shit and like just dedicate everything. But like if that shit doesn't work out, I don't know. Me, I'll keep doing like some college shit. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
no. What speaking of college, what degree are you going for?
I'm going for an associate's in web design right now.
All
So
right. That's
yeah,
cool. I was gonna ask, is it something that could go towards your music, which I think with web design you can. You could fucking
yeah,
make a whole merch website, you know?
exactly. Like it's promotion based and shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah, no. That's dope. That's cool. And I like the aspect of because recently, for the last like 2 years, I spent at home just doing shit on the internet. And like I made a decent amount of networking off the internet,
mm-hmm.
but shit hasn't really picked up until I started like hanging out with motherfuckers in real life.
Hell yeah,
So
yeah.
recently I started like I'll be going to the city a lot and whatnot, and I've been meeting a bunch of people that I've known on the internet for months, and I'm like, wow, that shit makes a difference.
It shit really does. Yeah,
So with meeting up with the collective and shit like that, and kind of having that different energy in person, it brings a whole different aura, a whole different vibe.
definitely.
So no, yeah, that's very cool, and I'm very supportive of that. I'm hoping that you guys get together and it's like unstoppable force, like
Real.
start
I feel
doing
like it will.
start
It
doing
will
shows, start selling merch, start really
definitely.
blowing up and shit like that. Which, speaking of which, do you plan on doing those two? Or are there any plans for that when it comes to
I
shows,
I've
merchandising,
been
and shit?
looking everywhere to like book shows and shit like that, but like the places around me aren't like rap shows. It's just like rock venues and shit like that. So I don't know who will show up or not, but like I've got fan bases like down in Arizona. Like if I ever visit Arizona, I could do a couple of shows and shit like that. So that's I know like I got shows waiting for me in the future and I can't wait to do them. I feel like I got the energy for that shit. Like that's just gonna be so hard.
Yeah, no. I don't know about anywhere else, but at least in New York, they have a lot of like showcase shows, like a bunch of artists in one show,
Hell yeah.
DJs, clothing people, like a bunch of different shit. Like motherfuckers are selling their clothes in the back. Motherfuckers are doing DJ sets in between performances.
Hell yeah.
If you ever come to New York, those are the places to really go and network and shit like that. But even
Word.
what I would even recommend is trying to start up your own scene wherever you are, Virginia, or if you go to Arizona,
Definitely,
or if
definitely.
you guys meet up wherever the fucking really set up some shit. That would be dope as fuck.
Real.
No, yeah, but any other plans for the future in any aspect?
Nah, I just plan to live my life like just as it comes, as it goes.
Right.
Necessarily, like I want to be happy, but if I'm not really that happy, I just gotta make do with what I can, and just live a successful life,
Taking it a day at a time.
Exactly. One day at a time, just live in the present, but also be thinking about the future as well.
No, yeah. And what's your end goal like with your music and shit like that and the sense of the future? Like living comfortably or like you want to win Grammys and this shit?
I wanna so it's funny how you said like Grammys and shit like that. I wanna like once I'm done with my music, I want to become an actor. And like that should be so fun. I feel like acting is gonna be nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? When did you realize you want to do or venture into that?
I always realized that like acting is just really nice. And like I feel like just putting on a display of just different emotions is just gonna be like really fun. So besides the music shit. So yeah.
No, yeah. And they are you a big movie guy or like
Yeah, I love movies. I always watch movies all the time.
what's your favorite?
I say Donnie Darko or nah, it's Donnie Darko for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up. No, that's fucking dope. I've never had any fucking aspiring actors on the podcast. With that also being said, do you have any acting experience? Like even if it's
Nah,
like theater or anything?
no, not really. Oh, I did take theater in like 7th grade, but I moved during that time, so I didn't really like. get back to it. So
No,
that's what I
yeah.
do. Yeah.
That's cool. And the thing I like about that is between music and acting, you're both capturing emotions in completely different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing is too is it's funny because like if you think of like a really popular actor who was originally trying to be a musician is fucking Johnny Depp.
For real.
Yeah, he
For real.
moved to LA trying to be a musician and he got the Friday the 13th role and that was it.
That was
Or not
it.
Friday
Really.
13th, it was Nightmare on Elm Street, but you
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's cool and I'm glad you shared that. All with the best hopes and effort because I fucking love movies. I
Movies are
fucking
so dope, bro. I love watching. Like, film is just beautiful. You can
and
see like that shit really takes perfection and shit like that.
yeah, because it's not even about only like capturing good film like visually, it's also about having a good soundtrack,
Exactly. Exactly.
composing fucking a good storyline, good
Definitely.
plot, capturing emotions at the right time, all that shit.
Definitely.
That's fucking dope. So I'm glad you shared that. And if you do ever open that endeavor, I would love to fucking watch whatever you're doing. So
Word. Thank you.
I will keep track of that.
Oh yeah.
But no, yeah, that's cool. If anything, also, if you ever did decide to like go and expand beyond your associates, going for some sort of theater or fucking whatever degree, because school has everything apparently.
Filmmaker degree would be cool too. Film. I want to make films too. Like that should be pretty dope.
Yeah, like a director.
Yeah, director. That should be pretty nice.
That would be cool. That would be dope. I think I've had someone on the podcast or they've mentioned it. Yeah, I've had a couple people mention this, like filmmaking and stuff like that. So
Hell yeah.
that'd be cool. But no, yeah, that's dope, and I respect that. I support it. I fucking love films. My favorite film is probably fucking The Dark Knight with Christian Bale.
That was a beautiful film.
I like that one a lot. So
Yeah.
no, yeah. But overall, anything else you would like to share, even outside of future, just any corner or crevice that we didn't touch on that you would
Um.
like to shed light on before we say our farewells?
I want to ask, like, how did you get into like the interviewing and shit like that?
All right.
Yeah.
Questioning the questioner. This shit really came out on a whim and it ended up being way more fun to me than music. I kind of just like figured like, hey, I'm making music and I'm cool with all these people through music. Let me
Mhm.
just start podcasting and interview my friends just to get them some like exposure and let them talk their stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it easily just expanded beyond that and other people want interviews. And I was like, all right. And now I'm learning about all these different people that I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking fun.
It's
And
really cool. I feel like that shit would be cool. Like you're just like a notebook, infinite ideas, of like open ideas from other people all the time. So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, and then once it quickly became like, oh yeah, let me do this thing for my friends to help us grow to like, let me grow this whole community and introduce one scene to a whole other scene and introduce one community to a whole other community through the
that's
podcast and stuff
fire.
like that. So it quickly grew into something else that I fucking love. And I think I'm on like my path type shit. Like
Hell yeah.
music was just my segue to be here type shit.
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into it, to be like quick about it. Um, Eventually I would love to be interviewed by somebody else running a podcast so I could talk about the whole shebang within an
Yeah.
hour. I've only spoken like 5-10 minutes about it.
That'd be fire, bro. I would definitely watch that shit. That'd be hard.
Yeah, man. I know there's one who has a podcast down fucking in the city. So
Mhm.
maybe I'll get on that and I'll promote
Hell
the fuck
yeah.
out of it and everyone can hear what I have to say.
Hell
But
yeah.
I always appreciate when people do inquire about what I do and how I started because, I think it's cool. It's unexpected too for, I'm the one that's expected to have the questions and shit like that. So when people are like, yo, what do you do? I'm like, all right. So
Yeah.
no, yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's just it's fun. It's fun. It's somewhat easy, but not really because there's hardships when it comes to marketing.
Right.
Like I
Right.
have to fucking like take clips of my podcast. Like I just started doing this yesterday. Like take a clip
Mhm.
from the podcast, shorten it, edit it, subtitle it, edit it with little fucking pictures and shit, and put it out on the internet
Yeah.
on fucking
Yeah.
TikTok and Reels and YouTube Shorts and
Yeah.
all that.
I see how that's just really draining.
It's tedious
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm not gonna do it for every episode. If I was a try hard, I would.
Mm-hmm.
But like to take a little segment of each podcast and then fucking turn it
That's a
into it.
long shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, no, besides that, besides the whole marketing of it, it's easy, it's
Oh
fun.
yeah.
I'm talking to people, I'm doing something for the greater good, which is my whole thing. I just like being like a humanitarian and helping people. And
Hell yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the cause. But we touched on everything, every corner and crevice of Basedwitch discography. Talked about fucking piercings, fashion, sound, the future, the past, the present, all of it.
Everything.
Very much fun. Thank you for staying with me for about an hour now.
Thank you for
And
having me today, bro.
of course, yeah, thank you for staying with me for an hour and conversing with me and making a fun episode. Thank you guys for fucking viewing or listening for the last hour or so.
Thank you.
No, yeah, this was cool. I haven't done a Zoom interview in about a month, so I'm trying to get back into the digital world of things, but then
Hell yeah.
also trying to keep it balanced because I want to do more in-person interviews. So just trying to
Right.
have fun with it and keep it fun, keep it fresh, keep it entertaining, and all that stuff.
Keep it real.
Yes, sir. But however, this was the Cult of Personality podcast. I'm your host, per usual, Mikeymcchoppa. With me today was Basedwitch. And that was it. Happy Mikey Monday. We will see you in 2 weeks because I was doing weekly uploads, but that's too much. We're doing 2 weeks now. So see you guys in 2 weeks. Again, thank you. And
Thank you, guys.
now that you have it on the podcast, the fun part that comes with it is I repost your shit on like the Cult of Personality Instagram and shit to keep people updated with what you do. So your legacy is now marked here.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
But anywho, no, yeah, that was the end of it. And we will see you guys next 2 weeks. The Monday after next Monday. Anywho, peace out. Mikeymcchoppa, Basedwitch, bang.